In this video, we're going to talk about 6 easy steps if you've been thinking about moving to the Central Coast, San Luis Obispo, California. Then I'm going to give you some 6 tips that'll help you out, and we're getting to it right now. Welcome back to the channel, and if this is your first time here, welcome. This is Central Coast Living, and if you've been thinking about moving to the Central Coast, San Luis Obispo, SLO County, San Luis Obispo County, then you're in the right spot. In this channel, we talk about real estate, lifestyle, and everything in between. We're getting calls from people just like you trying to figure out where they want to land here on the Central Coast. And so we're trying to save you some time and money by giving you some information about the area. So my name is Bernice, and I'm a local real estate broker. I grew up here, raised my kids here, and I am still here along with my business partner, John Goodell. And so we make these videos, again, to try to save you some time and money. And we're helping people just like you move here, people leave here, or just move within the county, and we absolutely love it. So you got to reach out. You got to let us know if there's anything we can do for you, text, via email, phone call, whatever works for you. Get a hold of us day, evening, weekend. It doesn't matter. As much as we like making these videos, we are real estate brokers selling real estate in the area. So we're going to get right into it. Okay, so we're going to break it down. 6 things to make it easy for you to move to the Central Coast. So these are just kind of things that I've compiled to try to help out. These are just coming from questions and things that we're experiencing right now. So hopefully this will help you out. So the first thing is you need to reach out to us or another brokerage, somebody here that you are going to be working with. So typically, you reach out to us here, somebody in San Luis Obispo County, the specific area that you are looking for in San Luis Obispo. It's very important to reach out and kind of establish that relationship with who's going to be doing the search for you. So there are some true benefits to working with somebody local. We do see out-of-town agents, doing business here, and we welcome everybody. SLO San Luis Obispo is a very welcoming community. However, you got to work with someone that knows what's kind of going on the streets, the neighborhoods, what's up and coming in the cities that you're looking in. In San Luis Obispo particularly, you're going to see a lot of construction. There are some new developments going on. So you just need to reach out. Our team typically gets on a Zoom call with you, and we go over the lay of the land, what's going on, and things of that nature. And also with working with a local professional here that you're going to reach out to is that we get inside scoops from other brokers that are, boots in the ground full time that reach out to us or tell us what listings they're going to be having coming up in the near future or in their pipeline. So for example, we just sold a really nice place at 98 Coral Circle in Pismo Beach. It's a very desirable area in Pismo Beach, accessible to the 101. It's got shopping across the way. So, we had multiple offers and it went in a few days. And so I had other agents reaching out to me, asking, when we're going to be closing, or we close to asking price. We don't divulge too much there because you never know what can happen, and you want to protect your seller. But at the end of the day, people are also calling as well because they are inquiring about perhaps a listing they're going to have coming up, and they're trying to figure out how to price it. So, we have a lot of communication with other agents being a local broker here. So that's another perk to you as an individual if you perhaps missed on a home that you really liked in a particular area. Typically 1 to 3 more homes go up in that neighborhood. So in this one, I had buyers that were looking for something else that was going to pop up in that neighborhood. And then I had agents telling me that they were going to be listing something in the next 30 to 60 days. So that is another factor that you should consider. And of course, you want representation, on your end. A lot of people feel they should go to the listing agent, and that can get a little bit sticky. I was a paralegal, worked for attorneys for 10 years before I got into real estate. And so, who is truly represented? you have dual agency. That does happen. So, you just have to be really careful about that, and just be sure that, you feel like you are being represented. So again, just reach out to someone in the area. We're obviously here for you. We're, like I said, local brokers. John's been in real estate for over 40 years. I've been in real estate for over 20 years. And we grew up here, but there's a lot of great agents in the area. Just work with a local professional. All right, the next thing that you should try to pin down to make it a little bit easier to make your search and your move over here is that you should try to pin down the location and your criteria. So, a lot of people come into the area and just aren't quite sure where they want to land, hence why we're doing these videos for you. We have other videos with neighborhoods and more details about particular areas, so you can take a look at those. But you got to kind of pin down where you want to move and what your criteria is. What are your must-haves? What are you kind of flexible on? So really be thinking about that. That really helps the agent that you're going to be working with, a real estate broker, and for your own peace of mind. Like, where do you feel that you're going to, want to make your next move here in San Luis Obispo or its surrounding areas? This area, the county, has so many different pockets of locations, and every area has its little unique perk in climate and community. So you really want to have an idea of where you're going to feel comfortable and explore the communities that are going to fit your criteria. So that's another thing. There's a lot of things that we can help you with to try to help you with that. So, again, pin down your location and criteria, and that really helps the whole process. All right, so the third thing you want to have in place is you want to have set up a criteria search for you. So that would be something that we set up for you that automatically goes to your email on the particulars that you want. Now, with that being said, please know that this is a very generic search. The system that we use, our multiple listing services, are very boilerplate, kind of like Zillow is and all that. They don't know the specifics. For example, if you're open to a 2-bedroom with a den for perhaps a 3rd bedroom, but are okay with 2 bedrooms, it doesn't quite break it down to those specifics in the multiple listing service. The MLS is the system you would be utilizing with the broker that you would be using. Because of that specific kind of glitch in the system, if you will, then that's where we specifically, everybody on our team, takes a look at what it is that you're looking for, and we hand select, or we also do our own preview of the listings, and perhaps would send you something that you might have missed, or it's not in the parameters of the search because it's such a boilerplate, generic, defaulted system that it just doesn't look at the details, if you will. So again, we will set you up, or have yourself set up on one of those systems so that you can get the listings and you don't miss anything. However, you need to have a local person that knows the inventory and is looking at all of these, because there could be something that you don't want to miss that could be an opportunity for you to jump on that could work for you. So again, that's just one of those things that sometimes we have to set you up on these systems and they're sending you a 2-bedroom when it should be a 3-bedroom, or it just gets a little bit convoluted. So that's where we kind of work together here to be sure that we get you on the right parameters so that we don't miss anything, and it's better that you say no to it rather than I wish I would have known. So that's always our priority. We rather you have more information than not enough of something that could work for you and get you over here to the Central Coast. Okay, well, we're hoping you're finding this information of value. Please give us a like. That really helps other people just like you to find the information, and hit that bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. We're working really hard to give you the information to save you some time and money. And then give us a comment. Let us know what's important to you, what we could find out for you, and get you a video out there. All right, so here's the next step. One of the funner steps, I think, in this whole process is, make a visit over here. Get over here and check it out. Check out San Luis Obispo and its surrounding areas, or San Luis Obispo proper. That's where you're looking. Schedule a time to come out here. Reach out and we can give you suggestions for hotels, depending on your budget, depending on your criteria, what the purpose of your trip is. do you want to check out different areas along the coast, along the San Luis Obispo County area, or are you targeting San Luis Obispo proper itself? We've got really nice high-end hotels that we can recommend, and then we have some budget ones, and then obviously you can do your own VRBO, Airbnb searches. So that is definitely something that we suggest as you come into town. Another thing that's really helpful when you come into town for a visit, if you're a year out, 6 months, 3 months, we know the market's changing on a consistent basis here on the daily and on the weekly, all across the US. So at that point, we still communicate with each other, and then I send you to open houses. I send you to, sometimes during the broker caravans, some of these brokers are okay with the public coming through when a home is just listed. So if you're trying to just get a feel for homes and what they're like, neighborhoods, areas, things like that, then that would be an option. We're very successful in that avenue of having our potential future buyers come into the area. We line up some open houses, and in our particular area, San Luis Obispo, there's certain days, depending if you're South County, North County, or San Luis, of when those broker caravans are being held. But, open houses for the most part are Saturdays and Sundays. So if you're going to make a weekend of it, we can definitely hit a lot of areas or target San Luis Obispo specifically and get you through some of these properties. Our team has a designated licensed agent that can open the homes, and that allows us more freedom to get you through some of these properties, even though you might not be ready to buy today, or if there's urgency and we are booked, or I'm particularly booked, or John, we have people on our team that are specifically opening doors for our buyers so that we do not miss anything and you have the opportunity to walk through a potential property that meets your needs. So that is a definite perk to you. So we're here to do that for you as well. And again, most local brokers here would have some resources or anybody in their office that can do the same thing. So that is something that I definitely suggest is the open houses. And even if you're working with somebody, you always can go through the open house and just identify, hey, I'm working with Bernice or John or Betty Sue, and then the agent in our area for the most part. So that agent should be walking you through the property and showing you all the perks of that property so that you can make a good decision if this property is going to work for you. Again, so don't be afraid to come into town, check out some open houses. If you're just starting your search or there is a sense of urgency that you really need to pin something down, that is not a problem. So you should definitely book a visit and come check out the properties here in San Luis Obispo or in its surrounding areas. All right, another thing you need to have in place for the process here of your home search or getting over here to San Luis Obispo is you need to secure your financing. What is it you want to spend? Do you have an idea of that? So some of these properties you have to even show a pre-approval letter from the lender that you're going to be working with. For all of the cash buyers, they require proof of funds. So a Charles Schwab account, a financial institution that can verify where your funds are, your bank statements, things of that nature. You just block out the account number. So I've had some of our cash buyers up to 4 million, 5 million provide that to us, and then our pre-approval letters. And another thing is when you go into contract, you're going to want your lender to speak to that listing agent. That always is a must in this market. And there's some really good news going on in our area right now as the market has been shifting, and that is that sellers are taking offers with contingent sales. If you are in escrow at your property somewhere else in another state or another area in California, and you are in escrow over there, or let me know where you're, or let the agent know that you're working with where you're at in that stage, they are open to looking at your offer. It's not like it was earlier this year or before the last 2 years of that frenzy. So there is an opportunity right now that the rates are higher, but you are a qualified buyer and ready to move to San Luis Obispo, the Central Coast, and you have a home to sell and are in a very secure stage in your sale, we have a fighting chance to negotiate for you. So that is something that we haven't seen in a while. So we're very excited. So just know, do not fret. We can get you something even if your home has not sold yet. So again, just know that, having your financing secured is pretty critical at this stage for all, purposes. The seller wants to know that the people that are coming through their home are qualified, bona fide, ready to move, buyers. If not, then that's where you go to the open houses, because there you can just walk through and there's no real commitment on your end, if you will. So again, just having your financial situation pinpointed down, that really helps out the situation on all avenues. Okay, so here is our last item to the steps it takes to get over here to San Luis Obispo in the buying process, is that we have managed communication and we give you a market update. You need to work with someone, again, that's in the area that can tell you what's going on. So the first thing is the communication. So we always like to do an initial consult via Zoom. We talk about what your timeline is. We talk about what the criteria is for you, what areas you're looking for, and specifically, are you looking for San Luis Obispo itself, or are you open to other areas? If you're looking for acreage, or if you're looking for, perhaps a bigger home that's not congested by, the Cal Poly or the colleges, there's other areas that we can talk about and discover if you're open to it. So again, communication with who you're going to be working with is huge. The other thing, managing your process. So, we always want to keep in touch, whether you're moving in a month, 6 months, a year, whatever the case may be. We want to figure out how you want to communicate with us, again, via email, text, phone calls. Some people just like us to pick up the phone. And the other thing is, are you familiar with DocuSign and those types of softwares? And again, John and I, we do a lot of, trust sales. We have people that have inherited homes and do not have resources for DocuSign. So it's been like snail mail. We do that. We've had people that have had power of attorneys and all calibers. So we just need to pinpoint the best way that you on your end want to communicate. And the most important thing is to give you the market updates. Right now, all across the board, the market has shifted. We see things according to what the rates are doing, what's going on in the political arenas, what's going on in our local arena too. So again, things are changing, and it's important for us to have that communication so that we can give you the market updates according to our local markets. You look at the national news, and the media likes to terrify, and we like to clarify. So I like to tell you what's specifically going on to our area. We usually don't get hit as hard as other areas because we're so still desirable and well sought out, and a retirement destination as well. So, again, you have to look at everything on a local level. So that's definitely something that we can offer to you. As I said, we grew up here, raised our kids here, and we're still here. So again, just, get in touch with someone that's going to give you the service that you deserve. This is a big move. It's one of the biggest financial moves that you're going to make. So it's so important that you work with someone that you trust and like, and will give you the service. Okay, friends, so the only way that we can help you find that sweet spot here on the Central Coast, San Luis Obispo area, is you've got to reach out. You got to give us a call, text, email, day, evening, weekends. It does not matter, because we have your back when you're moving to the Central Coast, California. So until the next video, we'll catch you later.